It seems the ongoing feud between Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z has taken a darker turn, as Nicki recently dropped a bombshell claiming Jay-Z stole her money and threatened her into silence. Even more shocking, she alleged that Beyoncé isn't as powerful as people think, and that Jay has been controlling her for years, including her finances. What's more disturbing is that Nicki isn't the first to make such claims. Others like Jaguar Wright and Beyoncé's former assistant have also accused Jay-Z of holding Beyoncé hostage and allegedly being physically abusive in front of their children. As most fans know, Nicki has been going off on Jay-Z for allegedly trying to sabotage her career, particularly by pulling strings to stop Lil Wayne from performing at this year's Super Bowl, which was set in Wayne's hometown. Instead, Jay-Z picked Kendrick Lamar to headline, reportedly to spite Wayne and take jabs at Drake and Nicki, since he's had a quiet feud with the Young Money crew for years. Nicki wasn't having it and openly called Jay-Z out, even though people warned her to stay silent, fearing Jay could destroy her career. But Nicki's never been one to hold back. She said what she had to say, regardless of who it was about. In her words, "I love watching the whole industry play dumb. The truth is the truth, no matter who says it." She then accused Jay-Z of denying Wayne a chance to perform out of ego and hate for her and Drake, saying it was unfair to punish Wayne, a legend, for their issues. She mentioned how even Eminem insisted on bringing out 50 Cent, yet Jay couldn't show loyalty. Nicki added that if Wayne passed today, the culture would mourn him deeply, which is why people need to honor legends while they're still here. She accused Jay of playing games with people's legacies and warned, "God isn't sleeping. G. Robertson, you'll learn that soon." Many people weren't here for her rant. Some were just tired of Nicki always complaining, whether justified or not. Others felt she was taking away from Kendrick's moment and making it all about her beef with Jay-Z. Still, Nicki kept going, and this time she accused Jay of being a thief and dragged Beyoncé into it. She reminded fans how Jay-Z once made several artists, including Nicki, Rihanna, Alicia Keys, Wayne, and Beyoncé co-owners of Tidal, giving them 1 to 5% shares and had them promote it heavily, sometimes releasing music there exclusively. When she and Beyoncé dropped Feeling Myself, Nicki said Jay forced Beyoncé to convince her to release the video only on Tidal instead of YouTube to drive traffic. Nicki agreed. She was a co-owner after all, and Jay and Bey were behind it, so she didn't have much choice. Fast forward to 2021, Jay sold Tidal to Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey for $297 million. Reports claimed co-owners would each receive $8, $9 million, but Nicki now says she never got a dime. She called out the lie, saying Jay only spread that story to avoid backlash for selling the company behind their backs. When someone on TikTok commented that all the 1 to 5% owners got paid, Nicki replied, "I didn't even get one red penny. No one promoted it more than me outside of Beyoncé, LOL." Not only did Jay use both women to promote Tidal, but according to Nicki, even Beyoncé was left in the dark about the deal, despite being his wife. And after Nicki said all this, the internet erupted with renewed claims that Jay-Z controls Beyoncé's money and life, with some even reviving old accusations that he drugged her and made her do things she normally never would. In fact, just a few months ago, Beyoncé's former bodyguard Uncle Ron came forward and spilled the tea, claiming that Jay-Z keeps Beyoncé under his control by allegedly pumping her with hard substances. Just recently, a video of Beyoncé at a basketball game with Jay-Z went viral, showing her looking completely zoned out. She could barely keep her eyes open and kept slowly swaying her head from side to side, as if trying to stay awake. Her PR team quickly tried to spin the narrative, claiming she was just exhausted from rehearsals. But the internet wasn't buying it. Not long after, Beyoncé's assistant reportedly told Media Takeout that Jay-Z had been putting his hands on her. The assistant claimed, "Seems like he's had trouble keeping his hands to himself for a while. I've never seen him outright hit B, but I've seen him shove and push her more than once." At first, I thought it was just playful roughhousing, but when I saw how embarrassed she looked being manhandled in front of me in Saint-Tropez, I realized it was serious. The assistant, who described herself as both a friend and longtime employee, admitted she'd always wanted to speak out, but didn't feel it was her place, especially since Jay treats Beyoncé more like a possession than a person. The allegations about Jay-Z allegedly controlling her money don't shock many, especially considering Beyoncé started dating him at just 18, while he was nearly 30. But the possibility of him being physically abusive caught many off guard. As usual, social media had plenty to say. One person wrote, "Beyoncé and Jay-Z both need to be exposed. There are way too many skeletons in that closet." Another user added, "Beyoncé is involved too. She got rid of all the female competition in hip-hop so she could dominate. All those women could sing."
Jay-Z. Why
What about him?
why has Jay-Z been coming up with you lately?
Because he's a monster. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl.
They were beautiful. Think about it. It all makes sense. But now, I want to hear from y'all. What do you think about the claims that Jay-Z has been controlling Beyoncé? And do you think Nicki was right to put all this on blast? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to click here to check out this other messy video.